Hey everyone, it's Priscilla from This Queen Crochet. I create colorful boho and hippie crochet patterns. Today I'm going to be showing you all how to start your own Alpine stitch hexagon cardigan. It is a yarn eater. It will take a while to do, but it's so worth it in the end. The Alpine stitch is a very beautiful, textured, mostly closed stitch. And if you want to learn how to make a square out of it or how to just do it normally flat, I'll link that below of tutorials for that as well on my channel. So we're going to skip all the other intro stuff and get right into the tutorial. So for this tutorial, I'm using Red Heart Super Saver stripes in latte stripes, and I'm also using a 6mm crochet hook. Now I crochet very loose, so I'm using a bigger hook. I have no gauge for you guys for this pattern. You can just kind of do it and see how you like the tightness or the looseness of your project. It all kind of depends on your intention, but I crochet loose and I'm using a 6mm crochet hook. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So what you need to know for this tutorial is how to do a slip knot, a chain, a slip stitch, single crochet, double crochet, and front post double crochet. If you don't know how to do any of those things, I have linked tutorials for each of those stitches in the description below. Also, there's timestamps for each row as well. Right, so let's start off making our hexagon. I'm going to try to go slow. This is not really for beginner crocheters. I would say know what you're doing a little bit before you try to jump into this kind of pattern. So I'm not going to go super slow, but at a enough pace where you know what I'm doing to an extent. Okay, so let's start off with a slip knot. So make a slip knot and put it on your hook. I'm kind of going to leave a little bit of a longer tail so I can crochet over it on my beginning round so I can be able to pull my circle closed. So I'm going to start off using the chain method, which is chaining 6 and slip stitching to the first chain to make a circle. You can also use a magic circle if you want. I just prefer the chain method. So here's the beginning. Slip knot on your hook. I'm going to chain 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So after I chain 6, I'm going to slip stitch to the first chain that I made of this round, of my chains. Not the round. We didn't even do a round yet. I'm going to slip stitch to it, and that's going to create a circle. And now we're going to do our first round into the middle of the circle. If you don't know how to crochet in the round, you're just going to be treating this circle as a stitch. And as I go around, I'll be holding my end to my chain, and as I crochet around both of them, at the end of my round, I'll be able to pull the end and my circle will close. Okay, so I'm holding my end with my chain. So let's do round 1. So chain 1 loosely, and this chain 1 does not count as a stitch. And now I'm going to do 3 double crochets into my circle, and then I'm going to chain 2. We're going to repeat that 6 times total. That's going to be round 1. So I'm going to double crochet. What you do if you don't know how to crochet in the round, I'm going to just be inserting my hook into the middle of the circle like I'm crocheting into a stitch. And then I'm going to do my double crochet. Three times. And I'm going to chain 2. We're going to repeat that 5 more times. But if you want a super easy tutorial on how to get started crocheting in the round, I'll make sure to link that below if you're more of a beginner and don't really know what crocheting in the round is all about. So we're going to do the 3 double crochet, chain 2, 6 times. So we have 1, 2, 3 times. We're going to just keep doing that repeat until we do it 6 times total. If I'm going too fast, just slow down the video, just pause it, and then we'll catch up together when we get to the end of this first round. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, one more time. All right, so I have done 3 double crochet, chain 2, 3 double, chain 2, 3 double, chain 2, blah, 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 6 times total. All right, so after I do all of that, I'm going to slip stitch into the first double crochet I made of this round, and that is the end of round 1. Now rounds 2 through 5 are repeat rows. You're gonna repeat 2 through 5 over and over and over again to keep making your hexagon bigger. So I'm gonna real quick close the middle of my circle. I'll sew that in later. All right, so let's do the first repeat round, which is round 2, which is pretty easy. We're gonna start off with the chain 1. All right, so to start off, we are going to do a single crochet into the chain 2 space at the end of round 1. So you're gonna just put your hook in there in that chain 2 space and single crochet 1. And now the rest of it's pretty easy. You're gonna single crochet into every single crochet. And then when we get to the chain 2 spaces, I'm so sorry, you're gonna single crochet into every double crochet from the previous round, my bad. And then into every single chain 2 corner, you're going to have a single crochet, a chain 2, and another single crochet. Let's go across. So we did that first single crochet in that chain 2 space. And now we're going to single crochet into every single double crochet from the previous round. And then when we get to our chain 2 space in the corner, we're going to do a single crochet into it, a chain 2, and then into the corner again, another single crochet. All right, we're going to keep repeating that all the way around. We're going to single crochet into every single double crochet on the next side. We get to the corner, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Now I'm going to speed up a bit and get to the end of the round. Every side is basically going to be the same, just single crocheting into every double crochet, and then the corners, single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Oh, that turned out a bit too big. All right, so when we get to the last chain 2 space, when we started our round, we already put one single crochet into that chain 2 space when we started the round. So all we got to do is do a single crochet and a chain 2. And then we're going to slip stitch to that first single crochet that we made. So recap of round 1, every double crochet has a single crochet in it, and every corner has a single crochet, a chain 2, and a single crochet. That is the first repeat round. So we need, after round 5, you're going to come back to round 2 and do the same thing. Sorry, took a quick coffee break. Now let's go into round 3, which is the second repeat round. All right, so how to start off on round 3? We're going to start off with a loose chain 1. And when I'm in a loose chain 1, I just pull up a little bit and then I chain. That makes it a bigger chain 1. Remember, the chain 1 on all of my rounds do not count as a stitch. Okay, so start off with round 3. We're going to do a double crochet into that chain 2 space at the end of round 2, or the previous round. Do a double crochet into that chain 2 space. All right, now we're going to, this is what you're going to repeat for every side. You're going to double crochet into that first single crochet. Sorry if y'all hear cars in the background. All right, and now you're going to alternate doing a front post double crochet into the previous, into 2 rows ago, and a double crochet. You're going to keep doing that, alternating front post and regular double crochet until you get to the end of the side. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So instead of going into the next single crochet, we're going to go into the double crochet stitch below it right here. That's a chain 1 from the previous row. I'm going to probably go around that as well. So recap, we're not going to single crochet into the next stitch. We're going to do a front post double crochet into the double crochet below it. And what you do is you just go around the back of the stitch, just kind of give it a hug with your hook around the back of it, and do a double crochet. And like I said, we're going to alternate front post, regular, double crochet, front post, regular until we get to the end of the side. So we just did the front post, and now into the next single crochet, we're going to do a normal double crochet stitch. And then next stitch, instead of going into the single crochet, we're going to do a front post into the double crochet below it. So that's the next single crochet. We're going to go below it and do a front post, double crochet around that stitch. And the next thing we're going to do is a normal double crochet. So into our next single crochet stitch, not the one we just skipped, the next one, we're going to do a double crochet stitch. And we reach the end of our round. I'm sorry, end of our side. The round's not even over yet. So, and we're gonna do that on every single side, but into every single corner, we're going to do, every single corner is the chain 2 space. We're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet into the corner. I'm going to show you guys again how to do each side. So next side, double crochet into the first single crochet stitch, some more yarn, and then we're going to alternate front post, double crochet, normal, front post, double, front post, regular, double. So we just did a double crochet. Now we're going to do a front post into the double crochet below the next single crochet instead of going into it. So next single crochet, instead go below it and do a front post into that stitch. And then after the front post, we're going to do a normal double crochet into the next single crochet stitch. So we skipped that one. Now we're going to go into the next one. All right. Instead of going into the next single crochet, we're going to front post into the double crochet below it. And then we're going to do a normal double crochet into the next single crochet. So we skipped that one. Make sure you don't go back into the skip single crochet. We're going to go into the next single crochet, which is right here. We're going to do a double crochet into it. Oops, did I have double on accident? All right. And now we did the end of that side. Into the next corner, we're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, and then double crochet into the chain 2 space, the corner. All right, so just repeat what I told you on every single side, and we'll meet up when we get to the last single crochet, the last chain 2 corner. The one thing about doing a hexagon cardigan is that every row gets longer and longer and longer to do, which makes it like I'm not going to say tease, it depends on what kind of stitch you use, but the Alpine stitch is a yarn eater and will take you a while to get done. Just be prepared in the long run that it's going to take a minute to finish, unless you're like a super fast crocheter or whatever you are. It's going to take a minute to finish your cardigan, which is fine because I think the end result is so worth it. Oops, I think I messed up that row. All right, so when you get to the final chain 2 space, you already did a double crochet in it at the beginning of your round. So that means that all you need to do in the last one is just a double crochet, chain 2, and you're going to slip stitch to the first double crochet that you did of the round. And that is round 3, which is the second repeat round. Here's how it's looking for me. You can see I'm going to be able to fold it here soon. All right, oops. Let's go into round 4, which is the third repeat round. So for round 4, it's literally the same as round 2. You chain 1, we're going to single crochet into that chain 2 space right there, and then we're going to single crochet into every single double crochet and front post double crochet. Do both. We're going to do that on every single side, single crochet into every single double crochet and front post double crochet, and in the corner we're going to do a single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. It's the same as round 2. It's a nice little easy round in between all of the front posts and double crochet stitches. One thing I love about the Alpine stitch is just that you don't really get bored, you know, because every round, well, not every round, but all the rounds are like a tiny bit different, which I like. So it keeps your brain stimulated while you're working. It's not just one stitch, it's like different kinds of textures of stitches, which I find fun to do. But yeah, round 2 and round 4, a nice little break from thinking. You just get to single crochet. The next round is right into thinking again. It's a nice little flow for your brain, I guess, is a way to put it. Feel free to pause, take a little coffee break, a little tea break. For like me, a bathroom break. But yeah, guys, we're almost done. We're going to do the round 5, which is another repeat round. And then that's it. You're just going to repeat 2 through 5 and you'll be done. All right. So pause if you need to, but now we are at the last chain 2 space of our round. We already did a single crochet into it at the beginning, if you remember. So all you have to do is a single crochet into it, chain 2, and then slip stitch into the first single crochet that you made of the round. And that is round 4. So single crochet in every single double crochet and front post double crochet, and then in all your corners you're going to have a single crochet, a chain 2, and a single crochet. Pretty simple round. All right, let's go on to round 5. Let's get right into it. So chain 1 to start round 5, and then as usual we're just going to do a double crochet into that chain 2 space right there. And then you are going to, this is what you're going to repeat on every single side. You're going to double crochet into the next 2 single crochet stitches. 1, 2. So we have a double crochet into the chain 2 space, and then what we're going to repeat on each side, what we have so far, is 2 double crochets into the next 2 single crochets. And now we're going to alternate between doing a front post double crochet and a regular double crochet, back and forth until we get to the end of the side. I'll show you. So instead of going to the next single crochet stitch, we're going to go into the double crochet below it and do a front post double crochet. And then in the next single crochet stitch, we're going to do a normal double crochet. Let's alternate. So instead of going to the next single crochet, go below it and do a front post double crochet. And then the next single crochet, do a normal double crochet. All right, I got to the end of my, I'm sorry. In the last, so let me explain this real quick. So you're going to end up alternating until you get to the last single crochet of the side, which is right here, right before that chain 2 space. You're going to double crochet into it. All right, and that is how you do the side. I'll show you again after we do the corner space. So in every single corner chain 2 space, you're going to do a double crochet, a chain 2, and a double crochet. And then here's how you do each side. Double crochet into the next 2 single crochets, And then we're going to alternate front post double crochet and a regular double crochet until we get to the last stitch of the side. So if it helps you guys remember, you're going to be alternating the front post in each row. So you're never going to do a front post stitch into a front post stitch. It's always going to be into the double crochets around it. And that's what creates the Alpine. So, sorry, going to get back to what I was saying. Do a double crochet in the first 2 single crochets, and we're going to alternate doing a front post stitch into the stitch below the single crochet. And then we're going to do a normal double crochet into the next single crochet until we get to the last stitch of the side. So next, not to the next one, but below it, we're going to do a front post, and then a regular into the next single, a regular double crochet, then front post into the next one instead of going into the single, and next one we're going to go into the single and do a double. And then when we get to our last stitch, we're going to do a double crochet stitch into it. So each side, 2 double, front post double. Keep going until you get to your last stitch, and then do double. And then don't forget, in each corner, each chain 2 space, you're going to do a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the chain 2 space. So let's do our next side. Double crochet into the first 2 single crochets, 1 and 2, and then we're going to alternate front posting and then normal double, front post, normal double, front post, normal double until we get to the last stitch of our side, and we're going to do double crochet stitch into it. Now we're at our corner again, our chain 2 space. We're going to do into it a double crochet, chain 2, double crochet. All right, so let's keep repeating each side until we get to the last chain 2 space of our round. Trying to finish this tutorial before my friend comes over. So we're almost there. My friend just did her first ever crochet market this past weekend. It was awesome. I'll probably put in one of my future vlogs. She did amazing for her first ever show. So proud of her for doing that. She got commissions. She got sales. Like, it was awesome. I went out there to visit her on the last day of the show. It was a beautiful day. Windy, but beautiful day. Make sure if y'all do shows, have heavy behind weights, y'all. Don't get blown away. Make sure your stuff is weighted down. She learned a lot her first market, but they really rolled with the punches so well. I'm sorry if you hear rain in the background. It just started raining, but let's finish off round, the last repeat round, which is round 5. I crocheted until I got to the last chain 2 space, and we already have a double crochet in there we did in the beginning. So all we got to do is do a double crochet into it, chain 2, and then slip stitch to the first double crochet we made of this round. And that is the last repeat round, round 5. So after you do round 5, we're going to just go back to round 2, and then 3, and then 4, and 5, over and over and over again. And you're going to eventually just know what to do. Like, you're going to get to a point, like, okay, I know that this front post is supposed to go here, so I do a double crochet there. Or you're really going to end up understanding it the more you do it. It took me a minute, but I got it after a while. I didn't need to like read a pattern. I just knew what to do next. So after round 5, we're going to go back to round 2, and we're going to single crochet into the chain 2 space, and then into every single double crochet and front post. And then every single chain 2 space in the corners is going to have a single crochet and a chain 2. So once again, all of the rounds are time stamped in the description below, so you can bounce back to row 2 if you need to know what to do next. And then if not, that's it. You're going to end up making a big old cardigan, and you're going to be able to fold it like this. You'll figure it out. And make it bigger and bigger and bigger. I plan to have a longer tutorial, maybe. I probably have a written one on how to do the different things with it. We will see if I feel like doing that, I'm not gonna lie. But you can just run off with this and make your hexagon cardigan with whatever add-ons you want to add on, which is like a ripped sleeve or a hood or buttons or squares on the back, whatever you want to do. This is just how you get started. If y'all really want a full written or video tutorial of everything, like the squares, the ribbing, the hood and everything, let me know in the comments and I will consider it, because it's like a really, really long written pattern and tutorial to make. So I'm like, I don't know if I want to do it. But if y'all really like this tutorial, if you found it helpful, please give me a like and a comment below. That really helps the YouTube know that my video was alright, and they might show it to more people. But once again, thank y'all so much for watching. If you watched to the end, comment "oh my gosh" or comment Alpine, or put your favorite emoji in the comments. It really helps my channel grow. Thank y'all so much for watching. And don't forget, all the timestamps are below for all the repeat rounds. Hope you all really enjoy making your cardigan. Have an awesome day, my crochet kings and queens, and watch one of these videos next. Bye guys.